Job interview. Stop translating in your brain. Answer confidently and fluently. Talk like a native English speaker. Welcome to Uncle Joseph Language Center. 130 job interview questions and answers. Could you tell us a little about yourself? I'm 20 years old. I'm from New York. I'm American. I graduated from high school. I graduated from the Faculty of Law. I received special education. I studied at the conservatory. I studied at the Academy of Fine Arts. I obtained master's degree in child psychology. What qualifications do you have? I'm a real workaholic. I don't make excuse about anything. I'm extremely action-oriented. I trust my intuition when making decisions. I like to produce projects on my own. I focus on my work easily. I don't appease myself with imaginary projects. I'm outspoken in expressing my thoughts. I never give evasive replies. I don't argue about trifles. I don't avoid the consequences of my actions. Have you got any experience? My major strength is my experience. I worked in the private sector for 3 years. I worked as a translator in my country. Could you briefly talk about your work ethics? I never neglect my duty. I try to fulfill every task I undertake. I want every job to be finished on time. I always consider constructive ideas. I take my job as seriously as I can. I pay great attention to details. I try to do my best to reach my goal. I value consensus. I always take others' opinions into consideration. I never leave any project unfinished. I attach great importance to discipline. What is your strongest point? I don't get discouraged by disappointments. I never lose my hope because of failures. I am not influenced by sad events. I feel overconfident in myself. I do not deceive myself with false hopes. When things go wrong, it doesn't affect me deeply. I always look at the brighter side of things. What is your weakest point? I may seem nervous during work. I get bored easily from routine work. Sometimes I live in a fantasy world. I am an emotional person. I get demoralized easily. I'm sensitive to criticism. I have an avoidant personality. It's hard for me to say no to people. I have a habit of changing my mind quickly. Sometimes I find it very difficult to trust people. Sometimes I panic in difficult situations. Do you think you are a good team player? I try to be an important part of my team. I take care not to break the ethical rules. My coworkers mean a lot to me. I accept my friends with their mistakes. I think forgiveness is a virtue. What I value most is sincerity. I try to avoid all kinds of stress in business life. How would your coworkers describe you? My friends say that I am a talented person. It is said that I have a strong imagination power. My coworkers think that my intuition is strong. They describe me as a special person. My friends say I am a successful problem solver. They think I have a popular personality. It is said that my persuasiveness is very strong. Do you get along well with your friends? I care a lot about friendships. I get along very well with my coworkers. I respect both myself and others. My sense of justice is strong. I'm tolerant under all circumstances. I'm very sensitive to the rights of others. I believe they have an important role in my career. I'm good at making social connections. I always try to fulfill my obligations. I take my social responsibilities very seriously. I find true happiness in helping others. What is your perspective on life? I accept people as they are, with their faults. I don't judge anyone by their appearance. I am strongly against racial discrimination. I respect other people's religious beliefs. I believe that the real richness is being rich in heart. I stay away from people who worship money. I like to share my money with those in need. I am generally prone to optimism. My philosophy of life: live and let live. I don't care much about politics. I try to do my duty in the best way possible. What about your hobbies? Even in my childhood I was fond of science. I am extremely keen on computer technology. I am fond of watching the sky at starry nights. Is there any question you want to ask? Is this a permanent position? What are the hours of work? What's the salary? Will I work on Saturdays? How much do you pay? Will you pay weekly or monthly? Will you pay for overtime? How much salary do you demand? £15 an hour. £500 a week. £3,500 a month.